Even without the Iron Man armor, Tony is still on a completely different level from Ironheart, because what truly made him Iron Man was never the armor, it was his genius-level mind. After Tony publicly revealed his address, the 10 Rings immediately launched an attack. At the critical moment, JARVIS took control of the Mark 42 armor and rescued the unconscious Tony from the underwater wreckage. But during the flight, the armor's power was almost completely drained. It eventually crashed. When Tony woke up, he had no choice but to take the damaged armor and hide inside an old warehouse nearby. The owner of the place was a boy named Harley. The kid was thrilled to meet his idol. He even showed Tony his homemade potato gun. Tony soon learned that the outside world already believed he was dead, but he didn't have time to worry about that. He used a flash grenade to convince Harley to help him find materials to repair his armor. But it wasn't long before the extremist soldiers caught up with them. They had incredible healing abilities. Their bodies could also generate extreme heat, making them incredibly destructive. And Tony had no armor at all. Against enemies like these, he had to rely entirely on his brain to survive. Inside a cramped bar, Tony used whatever he could find around him to set up traps. Oil drums, handcuffs, fire, but the extremist soldiers barely felt a thing. In the end, Tony had to blow up a microwave and ignite the natural gas to cause an explosion. That was how he managed to escape. And this is what makes Tony truly powerful. The armor is just a tool. His intelligence is the real weapon. Later, another extremist soldier captured Harley and forced Tony to hand over the files.
Remember what I told you about bullies? You like that, Westworld?
Tony seized the opportunity and counterattacked with his repulsor. The next day, JARVIS finally came back online, but because of the power issue, the Mark 42 still wouldn't start. So Tony headed straight to a hardware store and bought a pile of ordinary supplies. Back in the garage, he relied on his engineering skills to build weapons with his bare hands. Electric shock gloves, a nail gun, liquid explosives. Even without high-tech equipment, Tony could still turn ordinary objects into weapons. He then infiltrated the Mandarin's mansion by himself. No armor, no JARVIS, not even any high-tech support. Tony relied only on the gear he built himself, along with precise calculations and quick judgment, to silently take out the guards outside. Once inside the mansion, he used his electric gloves to knock out the bodyguards. Then he made his way straight to the Mandarin. That's why Tony's real superpower was never the Iron Man armor. Even without the armor, he was still Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.